if you want to be desperate for more of God, you must persevere. You must persevere. It says, seek God with all your heart. Seek him. That word in the Hebrew is bakash. It means to search him out with intense motivation. And I think we forget, we hear this word seek. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Maybe I'll start that tomorrow morning. I'll open my 5-minute devotional. I love 5-minute devotionals, don't get me wrong, but that's not going to cut it in these dire times. 5-minute prayers are not going to cut it. Microwave Christianity is not even biblical. Keep it, love it. I have one. Buy my book. I'm not saying that. But in these dire times, do you know the enemy's coming after your children and your grandchildren? He's coming after you. Do you know I have a big 30-06 scope right here and here probably. He's on me. He wants to take us out. So perseverance and getting back up. If you fall, I don't care if you fall. I don't care if you're on your 3rd recovery home or your 5th marriage. Get back up and fight the battle. We have to persevere. I love what A.W. Tozer said. Life is a battleground, not a playground. Here's a quick word of advice I didn't give the first service. Dig into books such as A.W. Tozer or Prayer by E.M. Bounds or books by Leonard Ravenhill. Men of God, women of God that have come before us and you hunger for more of God. It's about feeding the mind on the things of God. Hebrews 12, 1-2, for this part of perseverance, the writer of Hebrews says, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and the sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. This is key. Here's what I believe many people need to do. Remove the weight that is holding you back. What is that? Are there relationships that are holding you back? Are there habits that are holding back? Remove the sin. Remove the stuff that is holding us back and fight the good fight. Move forward. Run with endurance. Listen, we need to remind each other, you need to fight for your marriage. You need to fight for your relationship with the Lord. You need to fight for your children. How do we fight, Shane? You fight on your knees. This is how I go to battle. I don't know about you, but I go to battle with worship. Get me in the prayer closet for an hour with Hillsong, and I'm coming out a better husband, a better father. So I say, God, break me. Create in me a clean heart like David. I can say like David, God, create in me a clean heart, renew a right spirit within me. God, that the bones you have broken may rejoice, that the joy of my salvation will return. See, it's a crying out. It's a humbling of self. If you truly want to be filled with the Spirit of God, you need to humble yourself and allow God to break the pride and the arrogance that is in us, all of us. I love to read about revivals and awakenings in case you haven't noticed. I was hesitant to say this the first service, but maybe God wants me to say it. And I'm talking about all churches, even where I pastor. Most people have never witnessed a powerful move of God. They've heard about them. But they've never witnessed a powerful move of God. I read revival books and I put the book down, I begin weeping. When the Spirit of God comes in so thick, the people are left up front for an hour or two praying. Bars are closed down. Marriages are restored. People fall on their face before God, even at home. They don't know what it is. It's the power of God moving. And when we revival, that's our only hope. I'll just tell you right now, America, the Titanic has been hit. We're taking on water. The only hope is a powerful move of God's Spirit. Lukewarm, comfortable Christianity is not going to get us through in these dire times. We have to be infused by the power of God. So a few weeks, I don't know, maybe a few months ago now, I've shared this story at Westside Christian Fellowship of a man, decades after this revival had ended, I believe it was the New Hebrides revivals in Welsh, off the islands of Scotland, and they asked him, tell us about that revival. What happened when God was moving? When hundreds are getting saved a day. I mean, God's moving. The bars are closed down. The police aren't busy. What happened? And the old man sat up in his chair. His eyes were like flames of fire. It was blazing at the man. He looked at him and he said, when you lay hold of God, when you lay hold of God, he said, never, 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 never let go. When you lay hold of God, never let go.